Welcome to part 3 of question 10. We're going to be looking at part C, D and E of the November 2014 Time Zone 1 paper 2. Now I've got some information here from the previous parts. So from part 1 we've got where we've drawn the normal distribution here, okay, and we've got our Z and our standard deviation that we worked out in part 2. All right, let's get on to part 3. So the first thing that we need to do is find, okay, a fishing contest takes place in a lake. Small fish are called tiddlers, okay, and are thrown back into the lake. The maximum weight of a tiddler is 1.5 standard deviations below the mean. All right, let's go for red flavour here. Okay. So we're talking about 1.5 standard deviations below the mean. So we're going 1.5 standard deviations in this direction here. Now we know that the average is 760, all right, and we know that one standard deviation is 44. So to figure that out, we're going to say we've got 760, and we're going to take away 1.5 times the standard deviation, which is 44. Okay, 44, and that will be equal to 694 grams. So anything that weighs 694 grams or less has to be thrown back. All right, you can't use that in the competition. All right. Let's look at part D. A fish is caught at random. Find the probability that it is a tiddler. All right, so D. Let's write that out. So we want to find the probability, a random variable, is going to be less than or equal to 694 grams. Okay. Again, we're talking about a paper 2 problem here, so we're probably meant to use technology. All right, so let's pull out our GDC. Here it is here, and here's the information that we had before. We'll exit out of there. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to distribution, and normal distribution this time, and we're looking for some area under the curve. Now we're looking for the area that we're actually looking for is going to be equal to or less than 694. So let's just say it's around here. It's going to be less than 705. So let's call this 694. So we're looking for this area here. All right. So let's bring our technology back up. Okay, so we're looking for the area this time, so we're not looking for the inverse, so we'll go to the normal cumulative distribution. All right, our data is variable. Let's set our lower bound here. Now you can't catch, if you're going to catch at least one fish, so we're talking about at least one fish. All right, and we're going, or 1%, and we'll go up to our upper bound. Okay, which is going to be 694. So 694. All right. Now our standard deviation, we've figured that out. That was 44. All right. And our mean is still 760. And here we have it. Let's go back here. So that's 0.0668. 0.0668. All right. 0.0668. So if we're going to write that as a probability, that's going to be 6.68%. Okay. All right. So it's 6.68% probability that we get a tiddler fish that we're going to have to throw back. All right, let's look at part E. 25% of the fish in the lake are salmon. 10% of the salmon are tiddlers. Given that a fish caught at random is a tiddler, find the probability that it is a salmon. All right, so given that, okay, given that is telling me already that we've got a conditional probability problem here. Okay, so let's look at E. Now, if you have a look at page 5 of your formula booklet, you will see the conditional probability formula. Now, the conditional probability formula is going to be the probability of A and B is equal to the probability of A multiplied by the probability of B given A. That's what this represents, given A. All right. So let's put this in terms of what we know. All right. Now, we're looking for the probability of B given A, so we need to rearrange this formula to match what we're doing here. So if I want to get this on its own, I'm going to get rid of this probability of A, so I'm going to divide both sides by the probability of A, so we'll end up with the probability. Now, let's give it our own sort of variables here. So we'll give it the probability of a salmon, okay, given that we know that it is a tiddler, okay, given that a fish at random is a tiddler, find the probability that it is a salmon. So what's the probability of getting a salmon given, okay, on the condition that it is a tiddler? So that's going to be the probability of a salmon and, okay, a tiddler, okay, over the probability of it being a tiddler. All right. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So that's going to be equal to, so the probability of it being a salmon and a tiddler is going to be, there's 25%, so it's going to be 0.25 multiplied by 10% of them of that 25, 0.1 are tiddlers, divided by the probability that it's a tiddler. Now, we already figured out that the probability of it being a tiddler is 0.0668. Now, if we put that into our calculators, then we should get either 0.374 or 37.4%. Okay, so that is part 3 done. So C, D, and E. If you need any clarification on that part of the work solution, please comment down below. And if there's any other work solutions that you'd like me to do, also comment below, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.